What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, the best one, Donnie here. And before we get into the predictions for WWE Crown Jewel 2023, I do want to put a disclaimer out that Ben and we forgot one match during the predictions, and I realized it after recording the episode, and that is Damian Priest versus Cody Rhodes. And Ben and we both have Cody Rhodes beating Damian Priest. That's our prediction. But now, guys, I hope you enjoy the WWE Crown Jewel 2023 predictions. What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, the best one, Donnie, here with.
What is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs Worldwide. It has been one half of the We Are Wrestling podcast, and today we got some predictions for y'all. 2023's Crown Jewel. It's going to be a pretty magnificent event. The card's pretty stacked. I'm really excited about it, but before we get into all the deets and what we think is going to go on, Don, take it away, buddy.
That's right, and we're going to be giving our predictions to the entire match card for WWE Crown Jewel, and Saturday for Crown Jewel, Ben will be live on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel doing a live watch along to it. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Rhode Island for Comic-Con.
Spazzing with Rakishi.
And I will not be, watching Crown Jewel, unfortunately, live. But Ben, he is going to be, taking the driver's seat for this live watch along. But before we dive into our predictions, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already,
you're not listening to the podcast right now, be sure to give us a 5-star review, but not just a 5-star review, a best one review.
And download the episode. But if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, we recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course you already know the grind is real.
Yeah, boy. Speaking of an RKO, ooh.
And before we get into the predictions for Crown Jewel, obviously we have to talk about the build-up to the pay-per-view, Premier Live event. What was your thoughts on the build-up, leading towards Crown Jewel this year?
So, the build-up has been pretty decent. I will say for a Crown Jewel, the build-up's been really structured well. I think the only one that was kind of like super last minute and on the fly is Bianca's match. But other than that, obviously, we're all looking forward to Roman Reigns versus fucking LA Knight. Obviously, that's like the big hype of the entire match. You saw what happened at Crown Jewel last time, man. They were chanting LA Knight and the home dude was in his fucking hotel room. So imagine when he's there in front of the crowd main eventing, dude. This is going to be fucking insane. They were chanting his fucking name, interrupting Triple H last year. Dude is main eventing it this year against literally the head of the table. Whether he wins or loses, it's fucking excited to see how fast this dude is rising, and it's going to be fucking explosive, man. I think the other match that's been built really fucking well is Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. That one's going to be a banger match, and that is one fucking title I could see changing hands. And if it does, I'm fucking stoked for it, dude, because Drew is way overdue.
I totally agree, man. Especially having that WWE title run be ruined by the whole pandemic. I feel like it's only right that he deserves this, especially because obviously we all know his contract right now, with WWE is up in 2024. So if you want to bring him back, might as well give him the world title and see what he could do in front of a full crowd, because he never got that full opportunity. But here's the thing, man. I got to say, with this card, I am actually looking forward to this. I think they did a fantastic job with, I think, pretty much all of these matches. Maybe the Bianca one was a little, too soon because she just came back, but I understand why they're putting her in the title picture.
To put over Io Sky.
Make sense. But I just think that all these matches, they definitely are very exciting, and I kind of like that we're going back into the old, pay-per-view route, because
5 matches,
it's cool that like they try to like let them wrestle longer, but I'd rather have like a solid like 6 to like 8 matches on a card. No more than 8.
Goddamn. 8, goddamn. I could see 7, but 8?
I was trying to be
That's
nice,
pulling
man.
time.
7's the best number. 7 is the perfect, match card. But honestly, like, I think that this card definitely has the potential of being a great, card. And I think it's going to be a great show all around. Triple H, he has not really missed with a Premier Live event except for the last one. But I think that this one's going to be pretty good.
I don't want to talk about Fastlane, dude. I don't want to talk about it. Like, that whole experience just sucked. Like, not even was the show mid as fuck, but my entire setup was being ass that night, dude. And I was getting pissed. So I was just fucking over it, bro. So fucking over it. So I'm really, really hoping that this one delivers, but it really looks like it's gonna, because every match looks stacked. Like, every single match looks like it's gonna be a banger, and I feel like we're gonna be getting some of these superstars' best work in this pay-per-view. So I'm really, really excited to see. I'm excited to talk about it, and we'll get there.
Oh, I'm very excited as well. So before we give our full predictions for Crown Jewel, if this is your first time listening to We Are Wrestling, predictions, we don't just like to give the winner. We love to really, talk about the storyline. We like to talk about why predictions. We want to talk about the future. We want a fantasy book. We want to do all that good stuff when it comes to the predictions, just to put a disclaimer out there. But here we go, man. Our first match on the card, we have a kickoff match, which I can't believe we have not had a kickoff match in years in WWE. We have Sami Zayn versus JD McDonough.
That has got to be the most fucking, like, unattractive picture of JD McDonough they've ever fucking shared. Dude's got baby blues like the fucking sky. I will say that I'm kind of indifferent to this match, because, like, it's unfortunate seeing Sami Zayn doing an opener and a kickoff, and when I feel like he deserves so much more after doing so much. But I think that they're both talented. Like, fucking JD McDonough's fucking cell game is, like, top notch, dude. Like, that dude, you saw the Cody cutter that fucking Cody gave him a couple weeks ago on SmackDown, right? That shit was a thing of beauty. That was a chef's kiss. Exactly. Chef's kiss fucking selling right there. I think Sammy's obviously, a top player, even though a lot of people don't see that. I think Sammy could be a main eventer one day, and I hopefully soon. And yeah, JD, he's really been pulling his weight since he's been on the main roster. He's really been making a solid impact, even though he's just kind of like a fanboy of the Judgment Day, but it's working out. It really is, and I'm stoked to see his full initiation and who goes because of it, which is likely Damian Priest.
I want JD to join the group so bad at some point. Like,
I think
I'm
he's going
waiting
to.
For it.
That's why he's there, bro.
So far, like, ever since like he's gotten this role, he has absolutely executed it perfectly.
Oh,
and honestly, for a kickoff match, I really like this a lot, because you're putting somebody new, somebody younger in there against somebody who's very over with the WWE universe in Sami Zayn.
And a veteran.
And honestly, like, this is going to be great for JD. It definitely shows that WWE trusts him. And honestly, like,
to open the show.
And this isn't like 2017 anymore, where the kickoff matches are 2 guys on main event.
Oh, shit,
like, being on, the card is a true honor now, because it seems like these wrestlers on both Raw and SmackDown have to earn their spot. So I think Sami Zayn being in the kickoff, I think there's no problem with that. I think that this is great. I hope that we get more, kickoff matches, because I feel like younger guys like JD, you put them in there with somebody who's already established, who's already over. It's only going to get them over in the process. So I do really like this a lot. And the buildup has been pretty good so far. It makes sense why they're going against each other. But who do we got?
I'm going to go with JD McDonough with interference in the Judgment Day.
Ooh. Okay, that's a bold one. Yeah. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go with Sami Zayn.
Okay.
And then Damian Priest is going to get mad at JD for losing, like he's been.
I think Finn's going to save it for him, because Sammy
Finn,
was out there.
You're right, Finn Balor's not on the card.
Yeah, and I think he was also talking a lot of shit this last Monday. So I think I think that he's going to reap what he sows. And I think that's the storyline that they're going to be going to push JD a little bit more and to kind of prove his worth, so to speak. And I think that this is going to be the first time where he does that. So, yeah, I'm going to go JD.
Honestly, like that's like what I personally want. I would rather JD over Sammy. I just think realistically, Sammy, they're not going to have him lose to JD, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens.
The only reason why I think that he's going to lose to JD is because I don't think he can afford to take more losses, man. Especially if like he's genuinely trying to show worth. I feel like now would be the time. So, because he's been on nothing but a losing streak and playing everybody's punching bag. So I think he's going to swing back even with help. So I'm going to stand firm, JD.
Alrighty, I'm going with Sammy. Moving on now to the next match on the card. We have a United States Championship match. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, man. I mean, obviously, you know, Rey Mysterio is the most legendary thing to ever come out of the lucha scene. You know, I think it's easy to say that he is the most successful, you know, fucking lucha libre there ever was. I think he's had some of the most defining moments, some of the best accomplishments. I think that he is one of the biggest stars that will forever be known and remembered and will continuously be on people's Mount Rushmores. But I also know that we're ending his career here very soon, and you know it's time to put over some new people, especially people such as the likes of Logan Paul, who has really proved himself since being in a WWE ring a couple of years ago. So I'm gonna go with Logan because you and I, you know, we have a pretty keen eye for storyline and what's coming, and I think that that's the only logical way to do it. And I think it's time that Logan had a title, like a singles title. I think it's time because not only has he proved it, he's earned it, and he has proved that not only is he a draw, but he can carry it well. And if there's any perfect title for him to do that with first, it is definitely the U.S. title because ain't nobody buying that he's throwing off Gunther. So I'm gonna go with Logan on this one, 100%, just because I think it's time.
So my thoughts on, you know, the build-up for Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. I've been very behind the build-up. I think that they've done a great job. Logan Paul definitely took advantage of an opportunity where a lot of eyes were on him after he defeated Dylan Dennis in their boxing bout, calling out Rey Mysterio for the United States title. I love when, you know, wrestlers do that, like with the media. And, you know, they do stuff outside of Raw or SmackDown. And I liked how Rey and him, you know, were exchanging words, you know, like through ESPN and like interviews and podcasts. And then, you know, it built up that excitement for when Logan Paul, you know, appeared on SmackDown. And then, you know, he had the face down with Rey, and then he sucker punched him last week. Honestly, I think that this has been a very interesting buildup. And I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going with Logan Paul. He's going to win the United States Championship. It only makes sense, especially because, you know, we're on the road to WrestleMania pretty soon.
And we already have
having
set in
a
stone
big
for
celebrity like Logan Paul, who has a lot of eyes on him, and he has a whole other fan base outside of the pro wrestling business, it's going to attract more eyes on the product.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Logan's going to be the first like celebrity incoming WWE superstar to have won a title, right? Like he's like the first like random ass celebrity that's come into the company, has stayed, and also got a title, right?
So with WWE, yes. In WCW, David Arquette, he did win the world title.
David Arquette was a pro wrestler before he was an actor, so that doesn't surprise me. David Arquette has been a pro wrestler his entire life. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, he was a pro wrestler his entire life. That was his first passion. Acting just took off. And I love that he does perform still in the indies and everything because the dude,
cool. I got to see him at Northeast a couple times.
That's what I'm fucking saying. It's David fucking Arquette, dude. Like who the fuck, dude? He has. Anyways, I digress. Let me get back on. Let's get back on
to Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio.
There's one thing I have to say about Logan too before I close out my thoughts. I respect the fuck out of his work ethic because not only did he just do his fight with Dylan Dennis and came immediately back to WWE. Immediately. There was like no wait time. There was nothing. He came back that following fucking Friday. Like that's the dude's work ethic is fucking admirable. And that's something I really have to put, and I'm glad that WWE trusts him. So that's where I'm going to leave it for me.
And I love that he took advantage of an opportunity with millions of people watching his fight. 1.2
million
people watched it. And honestly, it makes more sense that Logan Paul beats Rey because Rey Mysterio, here's how I would have done it. I would have had, Santos turn on him and, win the championship. But now they already, ruined that chance.
Oh, yeah.
And it only makes sense with the road to WrestleMania to have Logan Paul win the title because then if LA Knight, for example, doesn't win the championship against Roman later on in the show, maybe WrestleMania time, you can have him win the U.S. title from Logan Paul. Or they were even teasing, Logan Paul and Kevin Owens as well. They were teasing that backstage this past Friday.
Oh, you're killing me, man. I didn't want to talk about LA Knight and Logan yet.
We're gonna get there. That's the main event. All right.
I didn't want to talk about LA Knight and Logan.
I know.
Yet.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to, but I do think that Logan Paul, like especially for the road to WrestleMania, only makes sense. And honestly, it'll be something new. And Rey Mysterio has had a fantastic run with the title, and I think he doesn't need the title to be over.
That and. Again, he's nearing the exit of his career now. The dude's voiced it multiple times that the end is very much coming and he can see it. So it's like, if he can see it, that means it might be coming sooner rather than later. So, and the dude's over 50 now. I think it's time.
But here's how Logan's going to win.
What up?
I think Dirty Dom's going to screw Rey.
Oh, that'll build the road to WrestleMania. Fucking Rey's last match. Okay.
I think so because Dom and Logan, they already, showed that relationship on TV already. And they were getting massive boos. So I think that, like, somehow, some way, Dom's going to weasel his way in there and cost his dad the championship.
Yeah, I think so too. And like I said, it's going to be a beautiful send-off, to retire with your son as your opponent. And that's putting fucking Dom right over. So I think that that's going to be great.
I'm very excited for Logan Paul to get a U.S. title run. Very excited.
Same here,
But moving on now to the next match we have here. We have a fatal 5-way match for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Nia Jax versus Raquel versus Rhea versus Shayna Baszler versus Zoe Starks.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the build for this match?
There really hasn't been one for this match. Like, Adam Pearce just announced it, like, a couple weeks ago that this was happening, so there really hasn't been a huge build-up, but every single one of these women has a bone to pick with fucking Rhea Ripley. So it's going to be interesting to see what Rhea can do to stand on her own 2 feet, because I don't think she has friends in this match, bro. So I think she's not only going to be the one to target, and if I can predict WWE correctly, and maybe Triple H's booking, this is how I think it's going to go down. I think everybody's going to turn on Rhea, for one, in the beginning of the match. They're all going to fucking demolish her and get her out. They're going to wear out each other. Rhea's going to come back in last minute, have maybe a scuffle with a couple people, couple close calls, and then she's going to take it. So I think that the buildup has been kind of lackluster, but then again, I can't say that because it's only been known for a couple weeks. I think it's a phenomenal idea. I feel like everybody in this match is going to fucking show up for fucking Saturday. It's going to be great. I think the match is going to be a banger, but I can't speak much on behalf of the buildup as much as I can for the match and my prediction of Rhea Ripley taking it. So I think it's just going to be a phenomenal women's match. This match, I feel like, is going to be kind of like a review for a lot of these women that are in here, just to see where they're at and where they can go storyline-wise after this.
Ooh.
So I think that this is kind of like...
I never thought about it from that perspective.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like all of these women have had strong storylines, and I'm really excited to see like who's going where after. So it's I think that's where the basis of this match lies, low-key in the undercovers. But I think on top of it, the big picture is... I think that Rhea's going to take it, and this is going to not only showcase her as a dominant force, because they're definitely building her like to be China 2.0, and honestly, I fucking love it because it's true.
Me too.
Rhea Ripley is everything China couldn't be, and I love it. I'm not saying that China isn't great; she's legendary, and she's the staple of women like Rhea Ripley. But Rhea Ripley does it 1,000 times better, and I'm glad that Triple H has trusted her. So yeah,
well, especially too because like there's more of a level of like bigger and better competition because back in the day the women, they weren't able to have these 20-minute classics, and they weren't able to really show what they can do in the ring. And China, Trish, Lita, they were way before their time.
China also couldn't cut a promo to save her life though. So it's like they have to look at that
She didn't
aspect
have
too.
to, man. She was so over and still
She was
larger than
very,
life.
she was very over, and I think that was what her character was because she couldn't cut a promo, but Rhea can. So it's like she's the best of both worlds there,
True.
and I'm really really excited. So I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley.
So I got to say this about this build. It has been, very, interesting just seeing like the whole scramble thing. Everybody just trying to come after Rhea Ripley
Mhm.
for a title. And honestly, like the way that you kind of broke it down, I really definitely see that why they're doing this because obviously, all 5 women that are in this match, I think they definitely have plans for all of them, but they want to see where they stand and see like where they can go after, they lose to Rhea Ripley. Plus, Rhea Ripley hasn't really, defended the title as much because she's been, more focused on the Judgment Day and Dom.
But at least
So
she's
I
still
think putting
around.
her in here, it's going to show that she's still a dominant champion.
Hmm.
And I like that we have, all these, different women in here. You have Zoe Starks, who, came onto the main roster, earlier this year with Trish Stratus. And, she has a bright future in
Hmm.
WWE.
Very
Then
bright.
you have, Shayna Baszler. She came off a great, win over, Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And she kind of lost a little momentum after that, but, putting her in this picture is a good thing. Then we have Raquel, who, has had, a great year, feuding with Rhea already, having a match against her. I believe that was at Payback. I could be
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah, because that's when Nia
Then
came back.
we have Nia Jax, who, just returned to WWE, and putting her in a program with Rhea. I do like that because she's already an established star, and you need to have established stars, in there so that, you make the champion bigger.
Yep.
So I actually really do like all 5 women that are in this match, and I
I do too.
think it's going to be a fun one. I got to go though with Mommy because Mommy is always on top, and I feel like they're building
Yes,
for
she is,
Rhea
especially with that
Ripley
pin.
versus Becky Lynch. I think that's what they're teasing.
Mommy's definitely on top, especially with how she pins the women and men.
And Dirty Dom. But moving on now
Let's
to
go.
our next match on the card, we have John Cena versus Solo Sikoa.
Really, really stoked about this match.
Do not pick your winner yet. Let's give our thoughts first, and then we'll
Yeah,
get into
no,
the
for sure.
winners.
Really, really stoked about this match. Now, obviously, we know the history of Solo Sikoa. We know, who and what he represents, and I think it's something that WWE has been missing for a long time with the passing of Umaga. So, seeing just who he has been built into since the Bloodline is incredible because if you look at his fucking character work in NXT, this is
I wasn't a fan of his run in NXT. I'm going to say it.
He was too out there. This is a dude that needs a mouthpiece 100%. So like when he does speak, everybody's listening. And I think that that's really great. I also think that him being like the bodyguard of Roman Reigns is a phenomenal idea because Solo is a wrecking machine. This is the Samoan Bulldozer 2.0. This is the Samoan Tank. Like,
I like that
not only
tank.
he literally can the dude is a one-man stampede. And from what we've seen him do, he can really mold to any style and work with anybody. And the fact that John Cena wants to put him over next, that is fucking huge because WWE is lacking the next big heel. And I think that Solo is that guy. I swear to God, you can put all your fucking eggs on Solo Sikoa and he's going to go places one day. That is a future world champion right there.
I totally agree with that take. And it's funny, a while back on the We Are Wrestling podcast, maybe like 3 or 4 episodes ago, I made the prediction about John Cena versus Solo happening at like Royal Rumble or something. But obviously, with John Cena's schedule, having it at, Crown Jewel, still, I pretty much, got my prediction there, right?
Yeah.
But I got to say, Solo versus Cena, this build has been perfect. Chef's kiss, mwah.
Because they built it even along with LA Knight. Like they built it at the same point.
And that's the thing I got to say too. The promo that they did back and forth, John Cena and, Paul Heyman, I thought was fantastic. Paul Heyman really put Solo Sikoa over with, the spike. And John Cena, talking about how he hasn't won a match in over 2,000 days. And then, the crowd, chanting, "You still got it." And then Cena saying, "Do I still got it?" that struck me, man. Like, that is exactly how you do storytelling.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
my God, if there's somebody like Paul Heyman, like, he's feuding with John Cena for all these years, and like, he is so talented that he's able to still put you over, but still get to the point in a storyline. Talking about how like nobody ever in WWE had
He's the
the
GOAT.
best connection with the fans than John Cena. Because
Mhm.
Cena, it's a roller coaster. At times, the crowd, like, they, chant, they love Cena. And then there's other times,
Cena
let's go
sucks.
Cena. Cena sucks. And like, honestly, this build has been perfect.
Oh, I would
And I
change
think
nothing
that Solo Sikoa, this is right here, his
right
time.
now. Absolutely. And who better, man? Like, who fucking better? Like, it just...
But here's what makes it work,
Man.
Ben. Here's the part that makes me very excited about this match.
What's up?
Because obviously, we know like Cena right now is in, in his career right now. He's at that point where, he's putting people over.
Yeah.
But with him
It's
talking
time.
about how like he hasn't won a match in 2000 days, it's making it more unpredictable, which I like, because Cena, he hasn't won a match in 2000 days. Like, they could, have him win. But at the same time, Solo Sikoa is so over right now that, like, it's like, that's why it's so unpredictable. And this is how you need to build a premier live event match or storyline.
I agree.
So, who do we got, Ben?
I got Solo Sikoa. I think, like I said, I think it's his time. I think Cena could put him over, and whether he's won a match in 2,000 days or not, doesn't escape the fact of what he's willing to do when he sees somebody else really connecting with the audience and really getting themselves over. And that's something that he's always wanted to be a part of. And it's just good old Cena fashion. But I think that this match is going to be a banger. I think that Solo's definitely in his career match right now. I think that this is like a big deal for him. And to have him lose, I feel like would tarnish that a little bit. He's a force to be reckoned with, and if he can win clean to Cena, there are some big things waiting for him very soon, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna go with Solo.
I'm also
Cena doesn't need it.
I'm also gonna go with Solo Sikoa as well, because this will just further him as this dominant tank that WWE has been building him to be since Clash at the Castle, when he made his main roster debut, helping Roman Reigns defeat Drew McIntyre. I really think that, him getting that Samoan spike right in Cena off of TV is just going to add so much more credibility to his character. And that's the only thing that concerns me is, like, when this happens, what's next for Solo? That's the only thing that I'm concerned with, is what's next, because there's nobody bigger than John Cena that we can put him in a program with.
Yeah, there is.
Who?
Roman Reigns. That's who. And that's coming eventually, and we both know it.
Do you think that's going to, like...
We both know
Here's how I would do it. I would do it at Royal Rumble, Solo versus Roman, but I feel like they're just... I don't know. I
think that Solo is going to be going face here soon, pretty much. I don't see Roman turning face in the near future.
Roman's not turning face.
I think Solo's gonna, and I think Solo is gonna have a lot to do why Roman does not retain eventually. I think Solo is gonna turn his back, and then after that, we're gonna get Roman versus Solo, and then after that,
also when Roman's not champion, and then he kind of writes Roman off with a spike or something,
and then Roman will be gone for 6 months to a year, do whatever the fuck he wants, and he's gonna make a massive fucking return as a face. So I think that that's where we're going. I think that's the avenue for after. I think that eventually it's going to be throwing off the tribal chief. So, but that's just me.
Yep. So we both got Solo Sikoa.
Yeah,
Sorry, John Cena. Moving on now to our next match on the card. We have a match for the WWE Women's Championship. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair.
So, we talked about this a little off recording. This was kind of something that was just spur of the moment because Bianca's back. So there really isn't much to discuss in terms of a build. I mean, obviously we know that they have history. I know that Bianca technically is in line for a rematch. So it's kind of one of those things of are we going to be entering another Charlotte Flair type of fucking reign where just Bianca's back so she needs the fucking title? Because she realistically does not need it. What she needs is a fucking heel turn. What she needs is to go fucking heel.
Speaking
and
of
join
Charlotte
the fucking...
Flair, I really got to say, like, she's been putting people over since coming back. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed.
Yes, she has. And she's going to be putting over Jade Cargill next. We already know that shit.
I
think that's another person I'm fucking stoked for. I see Bianca losing and turning heel. Like, that's my prediction, is I think Bianca's going to lose, she's going to turn heel, and I think Jade Cargill's going to come out for the save. I think Jade Cargill is going to big program be with Bianca Belair, which everybody fucking wants, including me.
WrestleMania. Please save that for Mania.
Exactly. Like, start it at the Rumble. Like, have Jade Cargill fucking eliminate Bianca Belair.
Like, I feel like they're waiting for Jade Cargill, like, to make her, like, in-ring debut at the Rumble, I feel like. That's why they're going so slow with it.
Either that, or I see Survivor Series, honestly. I see Survivor Series.
That's another possibility, too.
Because it would be pointless to have her not wrestle until January, dude. That's 2 months away. Like, it'd be pointless. But in terms of, who I think I have, I'm going to go with Io.
Who you think you got, let me give my thoughts on this match here.
Go ahead.
And here's what I think. It does make sense why this match is happening. I think that this is one of those matches that, like, on paper, you're not excited about, but it's going to deliver. Yes. And honestly, like, these two, they delivered, back at, Backlash in, Puerto Rico. They
Phenomenal.
Had a great match. And
Phenomenal.
I'm very excited to see, where, things go from here, because Bianca Belair, we really don't know what's next for her. And I don't see her, turning heel. I just think that she's going to be working with more, mid-card, talent. I think that aren't being utilized right now until, WrestleMania season. But I do think that Io Sky is going to retain the championship.
I do too.
I think that, right now her run is fantastic. She's just becoming more of an established star every week holding that championship. And I don't think her time's up yet.
No. I don't think Triple H would cut it that short this quickly. So I'm going to go with Io just based on that fact alone.
All right. Well, moving on now to our next match. It is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, let's go.
Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
Fucking finally. All right. So
this is the match I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah. This one. Yeah. Same. This is, other than LA Knight and Roman, same, because this one has an unpredictable ending. So it's time, man. Like, I will say that
I've been saying it for months.
As much as I love Seth, I think he's one of the greatest, if not the best in WWE and what they have to offer right now. I think his run has been lackluster. I think that it has been incredibly lackluster because it's hard to get over as a world champion as a face, where it's a lot more compelling, easier, and a lot more entertaining getting over as a heel. And I think, obviously, they've been planning that shit in Drew for the last couple months now. They've been planning his heel turn. And Drew's contract is supposedly up in 2024, and he has not resigned. And he even said, I don't plan on being anywhere else. That's all I can say. So what's the plan? That makes me excited because dude is justifiably pissed off. And I would be pissed off too if I worked my ass off for 11 years, 2 fucking releases later, and, finally won a title in front of fucking nobody. In front of fucking nobody. Do you know how frustrating that shit is?
That's the thing I love, is how in the video packages, he went back to the Performance Center. That was fantastic.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
And it's like, and he's one of those heels where, like, what he's saying, you can't hate the guy because he has a legitimate reason for feeling the way he feels with the bloodline at Clash at the Castle.
Dude, Drew McIntyre is chiseled too damn much and is too damn big.
In the game, man.
Bro, he is too damn big and is way too fucking chiseled to not be holding a world title. He's beyond mid-card. The dude does not belong on mid-card. And if he stays there, I'm sorry, but just let him fucking go somewhere else and kill it somewhere else, because at this point, you don't fucking deserve Drew McIntyre. The dude single-handedly carried the entire Thunderdome era on his back. The dude is a workhorse. The dude will do anything you throw at him, and it shows that he has charisma. His mic skills are incredible now. His vignettes, fuck out of here, man. Like, the dude is made for a world title, and if anybody can catapult this shit and make it not stale, it is fucking heel Drew McIntyre. 100%. And I am behind that motherfucker because it is beyond time. And I feel like he could have a similar reign to Roman, maybe not nearly as long, but as dominant as a reigning, defending fucking champion. And I think it's time. I think it's time. Especially if he's a heel, dude. That's it. But in terms of the build, could not be any better. We got those old school vignettes. We got some fucking him again. Storytelling, phenomenal. His reasons, justifiable. He is reasonably pissed off. And there's actual motive. And if there is anybody that you know that he could beat for it, it is Seth fucking Rollins. Because Seth needs to take some fucking time off for his back. 1.
Yes.
2, he's still filming shit for, I think, Captain America. He's doing reshoots or some shit.
But he's been on WWE TV for so long that, like, it's just time to,
becoming
just take
the next
that
John.
break.
He's becoming the next John Cena. Eventually, you're going to hate him for being on screen so fucking much. Like, that's the only
if you
reason.
watch Monday Night Raw, the fans, they're less singing his song, if you notice, from when he first had the championship to now.
They're getting fatigued. Even before. They've been singing his song for the last 3 fucking years, man. I think it's time to take a break. And if anybody needs some
Rollins
time off,
it
is Seth Rollins. Because if you're just going to have the Shield be the fucking face for the next 10 years, man, I'm sorry, but I can't do it, dude. Like, you need to switch up these titles. And if there is one that I can see changing hands, it is the World Heavyweight title. And that's where I'm putting it.
And that's the thing, man. Here's the best example. Charlotte Flair. You know, she was on TV consistently for years after years after years. And she took a well-deserved break. And when she came back, I know a lot of people are still not behind her, but the crowd, if you watch these shows, she's still an established star. And, like, it just shows how over she is with the universe. They just were, you know, a little bit fatigued with, you know, seeing her on TV.
And being champion 24/7. Like, it's annoying. Like, we already got that
Rollins
with Roman.
Needs the break, and I think that's why every predictions we do, I'm always saying, I want Finn Balor to win. I want Shinsuke to win. And yes, I want Drew McIntyre to win.
If anybody could.
Because here's what I got to say about this, all right? And I'm just going to lay it down. If Drew McIntyre loses this match, he is not re-signing with WWE.
No, he's not.
They missed out on another opportunity because guess what?
Massive one.
If there was a time for Roman Reigns to lose that fucking championship, it was at Clash at the Castle in the United Kingdom in front of 50,000+ people.
Yes,
if
and
there
that
was a
phenomenal show.
It would have been there. And they have another opportunity here to redeem themselves. And if friggin' Seth Rollins retains the championship yet again, Drew McIntyre, that's the ceiling. Like he's not going
there's
to get
nothing
the
else he could do
again.
And there's nothing else for him to do. I do too. It's disgusting, and I feel like a fucking dirty slut saying it, but it's true. Like, I don't think he can do anything else if he loses on Saturday. I don't fucking think there's anything for him. So
there really isn't.
Yeah.
So here's what I have for my prediction, and here's what's going to happen. And this one is one of those,
I got Drew.
I got Drew McIntyre, but I'm going to put $1 on the table, and if this happens, I could get $1 million. So it's one of those bold takes.
Okay.
So here's what I think is going to happen.
All right.
Drew McIntyre is going to beat Seth Rollins with the help of, the Judgment Day. Damian Priest is going to cash in the Money in the Bank on Drew McIntyre.
And fail.
Because the Judgment Day are going to turn on him, and Drew McIntyre is going to be the leader of the group.
Oh, dude, my balls tingled. Yeah.
And then we're gonna get the build for the Royal Rumble. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the championship.
Bro, dude, my balls are tingling. Yes, I want that. Fuck, yes, I want that. Yes, that's not a bold take. That is a fucking honest take. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. He's going to cash in. Judgment Day is going to follow around.
They've been teasing it for weeks.
Dog. Yeah, and then fucking, because Rhea Ripley was like, hey, Drew, da-da-da-da-da, or hey, Seth, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, no, I can see that. Damian's going to come out to cash in, and Judgment Day is going to follow him, and they're going to turn on him right fucking there. You're going to get the Claymore. Drew's going to hold up the fucking title with the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day's music is going to play, not Drew's. And I think that's what's going to happen. Yes, I want that. I want that. I want it. 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 Oh, God, dude, Donnie. Spot on fucking prediction, dude. That's not even a bold take. That is a monster fucking prediction. That is not a prediction. That is a spoiler.
Even if Drew doesn't cash in, or even if Priest doesn't cash in the Money in the Bank, they still can turn on him.
Donnie, you got me sweating now, dog. You got me sweating now, dog, because I want it so bad.
Triple H, if you're watching this prediction, which I highly doubt you are, please give Drew the championship and please take our free booking advice here. We're giving this out for free.
Dude, my heart is racing, dude. I want that, dude. My adrenaline is going through the fucking roof right now. That's fucking...
So here's something I do got to let the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know before we dive into
that is quality booking. Yeah. What up?
If Ben and I are not, doing any more, stuff on We Are Wrestling, it's because WWE or AEW hired us for our great creative takes in the wrestling business.
Hell yeah, man. So if we just go dead silent one day and we don't have uploads, just know we made it somewhere and you'll find out those details if we can talk about them. If we have legal authority to discuss, we will.
So with that being said, let's dive into the main event match of the night. We have the WWE Championship, Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. Yeah.
All right. So I think we all know the finish, but regardless, there has been no better buildup for a match with Roman Reigns in recent times. This has been so fucking fun to watch ever since John Cena had him walk through that fucking curtain. It has been awesome. Like, the reactions that he is getting are louder than Cena's, bro. Like, he is on Cena level pops now, and the dude is literally what he says, the fastest rising star in SmackDown history. That is a fact of life. That is just a fact of life. Like, can we talk about
that was a segment back in Impact?
Yes, it was, and he finally started saying it again, and he said it again. He said it straight to Roman's fucking face, and I was so happy. But there has been no better build, and this past fucking Friday, Roman comes out, raises the title, LA Knight just walks right fucking past him, and then sits in his fucking chair.
I'm the head of the table. I'm the head of the table.
And I love the fact that WWE has been literally looking at their social media, because ever since that first shot of Roman and Paul in his glasses, they did it again that fucking week. That fucking... Oh, goosebumps, dude. Like, I am so excited for this match because I'm excited for LA's career.
You got to give credit, man, to Kevin Dunn and that entire production team, man.
Dude, I have to say, regardless of what the finish is going to be, I am stoked that this dude's career is so fucking bright and things are going to be happening so fucking fast, because I'm telling you this right now, if he loses, eventually it is going to be LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre for the fucking World Heavyweight Championship. And eventually, I want that. I want that so fucking bad. LA Knight deserves this opportunity. He may not win, but the dude is main eventing now. He is a top fucking guy now. WWE and Triple H has put all of their fucking eggs on this guy, and it is paying off. The ratings are slowly starting to climb. Every time he is on camera, it is one of their highest viewed segments, period. Like, anything that has LA Knight in it breaks a couple million instantly. And he's fucking pulling numbers, and that is what they like to see. So I'm very excited for this. And you know for a fact that pop on fucking Crown Jewel on Saturday is going to be massive, bro. You're barely going to be able to hear his fucking song. Again, rewind it 1 year ago. They were chanting his name, cutting off Triple H while the dude was in his hotel room. This dude is in the main event. While he was in his hotel room, now he's in the fucking main event. Watch the crowd go insane, bro. I'm fucking excited. I couldn't be more happier, and there is nobody more deserving.
So, my thoughts on, LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. This is well-deserved. LA Knight, he deserves to be in the spotlight. He deserves to be a main event player in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that, the future is very bright. If they continue to keep their eggs, in LA Knight's basket, I think, the future is absolutely bright. Yeah. And I got to say, this storyline has been incredible Roman Reigns has been putting him over in this storyline. Paul Heyman and LA Knight going back and forth has been fantastic. And honestly, I'm very behind it. And I will say this. Realistically, as much as I would love LA Knight to get that moment and beat Roman Reigns for the championship, because I'm over this title run, and
Same.
we're going to be diving into our main event topic for the We Are Wrestling podcast this Saturday before Crown Jewel, and we're going to be, obviously giving our thoughts on Roman Reigns, part-time championship news stuff.
Bitch.
I would love LA Knight, man, to get this moment, but here's what I think is going to happen realistically.
Talk to me.
This right here is a test for LA Knight, because they want to see if he is a main event star, and can he, still be a main event star despite losing to the tribal chief?
Yeah.
And we all know what the answer is going to be. Yeah. You saw what
and
I
you already
did
know that Jimmy.
Hold on a minute before you do give your thoughts on Jimmy real quick. Let me just say this. So with LA Knight, I think realistically, I see him, going to WrestleMania. He's going to win the U.S. Championship from Logan Paul. Then, towards next year's WrestleMania, that's when, he's going to win the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. Probably win the Rumble in 2025.
He's gonna have a Cena type fucking route where people are gonna see it as a demotion or like a mid card, but no, they're gonna fucking cook him now. He's gonna have that fucking title. He's gonna drop it, and then shortly thereafter, he's gonna capture his first world title.
He's gonna win the Royal Rumble in 2025. Yeah.
How shocking would it be if he won it this year? How fucking shocking would it be if he won it this year? If he won it this year, dude, I would shit. However, with a lot of other people, would rather them just say, pull the fucking trigger, let LA Knight just take the fucking title and go. Like, honestly, if they had him, for whatever miraculous reason, win this title and upset and shock the world, I know that the chances are slim to none, but say they do, I'm likely going to shit myself on camera. Because I can't fucking believe, this not only see the fastest rising star, but he's definitely got to be the first that has been there for only a year, took no other titles below, and immediately threw off Roman Reigns. That would be mind-blowing.
That would be mind-blowing.
That would be mind-blowing.
There is somebody that actually did win the WWE Championship within 3 months of their debut, and that was Sheamus.
That I'm kind of... Yeah,
but obviously Roman Reigns' title run has been, for like 3 years now, so obviously it would be bigger.
So obviously we both know that Roman's going to be taking it. Now,
Roman.
Here's my prediction on how. I think that there's going to be a lot of hope in this match, and a lot of heartstrings are going to be pulled. I think Jimmy's going to come out and try to fuck him and, take the title. Jay's going to come out of nowhere and super kick the fuck out of Jimmy, and then Roman's going to get in between fucking LA Knight, between fucking Jimmy and Jay, and LA Knight's about to win. Who fucking comes out? Solo Sikoa. And I think that is going to be another match going towards the Royal Rumble or Survivor Series, because they're going to be doing the War Games, Team Cody versus Team fucking Bloodline or Team fucking Raw or SmackDown. So I see LA Knight there. LA Knight will definitely be on Team Raw, and Solo's going to be on fucking Team SmackDown. You already fucking know. And it was already
LA Knight
teased.
is on SmackDown, so he can't really be on Team Raw.
Oh, well, LA Knight will be on Team SmackDown or whatever the fucking case. They're going to face off each other. They're going to be facing off in some way. They're going to be on opposing fucking teams, and that's going to be how it goes. They already fucking teased it. So it would make sense for Solo to throw him off. 100%. It would make sense, and it would join into fucking Survivor Series, which is coming up next. And obviously, Roman's not going to be there this year, so we're going to get into that. But I can't tell you how excited I am for LA Knight, though, regardless of the loss.
I am too, and I think that, this is going to be a really cool test to see, how well he can be over still, despite losing. And honestly, I'm very excited for the future of LA Knight, because I think a lot of fans, they're going to be very impatient. They want it now. We want it now. Everybody wants it now. But guys,
story-wise,
give it time, because I think realistically, he's going down the John Cena route. He's going to be the one to win the championship from Logan Paul, the U.S. title, and then Royal Rumble 25. He's going to win the Rumble, And then he's going to go to WrestleMania, main event it, and win the championship. And he's going to get that John Cena moment. Give it time.
I completely agree. I agree with you, man.
Because obviously right now, WWE, they have to give it time because they do have the next star in their hands right now.
They do.
And you can't just jump the gun because then eventually people are just going to, get repetitive. They're going to get sick of it. That's why Cody, they didn't have him finish the story, because if Cody finished the story so soon, fans would have already, been repetitive of it and they would have already turned their backs on him.
Yeah.
That's why, in pro wrestling, you have to give everything time because everything in the business happens for a reason.
Yes.
But is there any other predictions or anything else you want to say in this before we close this off?
We covered it all, bro.
I think we did. Do you think Randy Orton comes back at this show?
Yes. Right after the main event match.
I think we get a video package.
No, I don't see a video package. I see him being there. I see him coming out at the very end of that match because I think he's going to be on fucking Team Cody or Team LA Knight, whatever shit he's going to be at Survivor Series. So 100%, I think he's going to make. I think he's going to make a statement. He's going to be there on Saturday. I have no doubt in my mind. If I'm wrong, I've always been comfortable admitting it, but I have a feeling he's going to show up in some capacity after the main event. So, and he's going to make a program somewhere.
I totally agree. But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, let us know in the comment section below your predictions for WWE Crown Jewel. And, by the way, this Saturday for Crown Jewel, Ben will be live on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel.
Come hang.
Around 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. So, unfortunately, I won't be there because I'm going to be in Rhode Island at a Comic-Con, but Ben, he will be in the driver's seat. He'll be live, so come hang out with him because unfortunately I won't be there to comfort him this time around. But if you're listening to this, give us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download the episode. But if you're watching this on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow Ben and I over on our social medias and other YouTube channels, all that down below. I do toy hunts. Ben, he does music reactions. In addition, you want to go follow We Are Wrestling over on our social medias as well. Facebook, Instagram, X. We're posting lots of wrestling news and stuff over there, so give us a follow. And of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, before Crown Jewel, we will be having a new episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast early in the morning. So, to all you We Are Wrestling Maniacs, we are taking over. Peace.